Welcome to our comprehensive guide on Docker and Go containerization. In this tutorial, we will explore how to containerize Go applications using Docker. Containerization is a powerful technology that packages applications and their dependencies into lightweight, portable containers. Go, also known as Golang, is particularly well suited for containerization due to its ability to create small, statically linked binaries. Together, Docker and Go form an excellent combination for building modern, scalable applications that can run consistently across different environments. There are several compelling reasons to containerize your Go applications. First, containerization provides consistent deployment across different environments. This means your application will behave the same way, whether it runs on your development machine, testing server, or production environment. Second, containers offer excellent portability. Once containerized, your Go application can run anywhere Docker is supported, eliminating the "it works on my machine" problem. Third, containers are resource efficient, providing lightweight isolation with minimal overhead compared to traditional virtual machines. Finally, containerized applications are easy to scale horizontally using orchestration tools like Kubernetes, making them ideal for modern cloud-native architectures. Let's start with a basic Dockerfile for a Go application. The process begins by using the official Go base image, which contains the Go compiler and standard libraries. We set the working directory to app, then copy the go.mod and go.sum files first. This allows Docker to cache the dependency download step. Next, we run go mod download to fetch all dependencies. After that, we copy the entire source code and build the application using go build. Finally, we expose port 8080 and specify the command to run our executable. This basic approach works well for development, but produces large images because it includes the entire Go toolchain in the final container. Multi-stage builds are a game changer for Go containerization. The concept involves using multiple stages in a single Docker file to optimize the final image size. In the build stage, we use the full Go SDK, which includes all build tools and dependencies. This stage is typically around 800 megabytes in size. However, for production, we only need the compiled binary, not the entire Go toolchain. The production stage uses a minimal base image like Alpine Linux and only copies the compiled binary from the build stage. This results in a final image that's approximately 10 megabytes, a dramatic reduction in size. Smaller images mean faster deployments, reduced storage costs, and improved security through a smaller attack surface. Here's how to implement a multi-stage Dockerfile for Go applications. The first stage uses the Golang base image as the builder. We set the working directory, copy dependencies, download modules, copy source code, and build the application with cgo_enabled = 0 for static compilation. The second stage starts with Alpine Linux, a minimal base image. We install CA certificates for HTTPS requests, set the working directory, and copy only the compiled binary from the builder stage using the -- from = builder flag. The key benefits include significantly reduced image size, enhanced security by removing build tools, faster deployments due to smaller images, cleaner production images without unnecessary components, and lower storage costs. Several optimization strategies can further improve your Go containers. First, consider using distroless images, which are minimal base images containing only runtime dependencies. These images from gcr.io/distroless provide even better security and smaller sizes than Alpine. Second, optimize your build flags by using static linking and disabling CGO with CGO_enabled = 0 and GOOS = Linux. Third, leverage layer caching by ordering Dockerfile commands strategically. Copy dependencies before source code to maximize cache reuse when only application code changes. Finally, remove build dependencies by using a proper .dockerignore file to exclude unnecessary files from the build context, keeping your images clean and reducing build time. This optimized Dockerfile demonstrates best practices for production Go containers. The build stage uses Golang Alpine as the base image and installs Git for dependency fetching. We copy go.mod and go.sum files first for dependency caching, then copy the source code. The build command uses cgo_enabled equals 0 goos equals Linux with ld flags equals -w space -s to create a statically linked binary with debug symbols removed. The production stage uses the distroless static image, which contains no shell or package managers, maximizing security. We copy only the compiled binary, expose port 8080, run as the non-root user for security, and use entry point instead of CMD for better signal handling. This approach typically results in images around 8 megabytes with 0 known vulnerabilities. Once you have your Dockerfile ready, building and running your Go container involves a few simple commands. To build the image, use docker build-t my-go-app:\latest. The -t flag tags your image with a name and version, while the dot specifies the current directory as the build context. To run the container, use docker run-d-p 8080:8080-name go-app my-go-app. The -d flag runs the container in detached mode. -p maps port 8080 from the container to the host, and -name assigns a friendly name to the container. Finally, use docker ps-a to view all containers, both running and stopped, to monitor your application status. Let's summarize the essential best practices for containerizing Go applications. For security, always use non-root users, regularly scan images for vulnerabilities, use minimal base images, and never embed secrets in images. For performance, implement multi-stage builds to reduce image size. Optimize layer caching by ordering Dockerfile instructions properly. Use static compilation to eliminate runtime dependencies, and strip debug symbols to reduce binary size. For maintenance, create comprehensive .dockerignore files, version your images consistently, implement health checks for container monitoring, and maintain clear documentation. For deployment, set appropriate resource limits, implement graceful shutdown handling, use environment variables for configuration, and leverage container orchestration tools like Kubernetes for production deployments. Congratulations! You have successfully completed the Docker and Go Containerization course. We've covered the fundamentals of containerizing Go applications, from basic Dockerfiles to advanced optimization techniques. You now understand the benefits of containerization, how to implement multi-stage builds for optimal image sizes, and the best practices for secure, efficient container deployment. You've learned about Docker basics and containerization fundamentals, multi-stage builds for creating optimized containers, and production-ready best practices for security, performance, and maintenance. These skills will enable you to build, deploy, and maintain containerized Go applications confidently in any environment. Keep practicing these techniques, and remember that containerization is a journey of continuous learning and improvement.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.